morning student. I Purnima welcome you to my English class, and today children we are going to revise the drama If I Were You. We have already done 1/4 of the drama and rest today I am going to explain to you. So first of all children, till now we have read and we have seen children there are two characters are there here. One is Zerold and the other is Intruder, and Intruder, he is frightening through his word. He thinks that Zerold will give up, but he is not giving up, and he is equally children with a very witty remarks he is giving to the Intruder. And let's see what I will be revising the main points of the story of the drama, and then we will continue with the explanation part. So first of all, this is the drama or the story of the intruder who entered the house of a playwright. And what is the meaning? What is the name of that playwright? He is Zerold. It is his small cottage. He is living in a small cottage in Essex. He, however, did not know that the owner of the house was a playwright. He only knew him as a Zerold. So children, he was not aware of the fact that he is a playwright. He only knew, till now he only knew his name was Zerold. He had heard about him a few things. He knew that he was something of a mystery man who lived in the wilds of Essex. So children, he knew only few things about him, that he is a mystery man and he is living alone in a small house in the Essex. Zerold gave his orders on phone and never met the tradesman, and he is the one who always give orders on phone and he never meet his tradesman. The intruder was the criminal who had also killed a policeman. Now children, here intruder is a criminal. He is running away from the policeman because he had also killed a policeman. He was now being chased by the police. So now children, police is after him. He is being chased by the police. He thought that he resembled Zerold in body, and children, the thing which brought him to Zerold, because children, he and Zerold resembles a lot, with the same height, almost with the same face, everything. If anybody would look them, they would think they are the twins brother. So much similarity was there between them. So he broke into the cottage of Zerold one day. Zerold was then preparing to leave his house. He was going to attend a rehearsal of his drama. He had prepared his bag in which there were props for the rehearsal. The intruder threatened Zerold with his revolver. He asked him to answer his question. So children, when he was leaving, he entered and he asked a lot of questions to him, and then he told him that he intended to kill him and then live in his house as Zerold, because since he resembled Zerold in body, and also because not many people came to see him. Two reasons were there. So first of all, he resembles Zerold a lot. Secondly, not many people comes there, so he would also live in peace. He thought he could live as Zerold the rest of his life. He learned to imitate Zerold voice. And children, so many things he had learned about Zerold. First of all, he had learned to imitate Zerold voice. However, when the intruder was about to shoot Zerold, Zerold warned him to be careful. Now children, when he was about to shoot Zerold, Zerold warned him to be careful and not to kill him. He told the intruder that he was also a criminal and a murderer. So he told the intruder that he is also a criminal and a murderer. In case he kills Zerold, he was sure to be hanged, if not as himself, then as Zerold. Hearing this, the intruder began to think this was an opportunity for Zerold. He asked him to hurry and run with him in his car to a safe place. As Zerold told him that police is also after his life, because he had also done a murder and it would be safe that they both should hide together somewhere. So because he told just now he was talking on the phone and police may come there any moment. They were likely to come there soon. He opened a door which was in fact the door of a cupboard. The intruder thought it is the gate through which they have to go. The intruder looked into to see what it was. Just then Gerald gave him a push. He was inside the cupboard and Gerald locked the door from outside. The revolver, while doing so, children, the revolver fell from the intruder's hand and intruder stepped into the cupboard. Gerald shut the door and picked up the revolver, and then he telephoned to call in the police to arrest the intruder. So children, Jadon's what is the message of this story? The message of the story: we should never lose hope, we should be bold, we should face all the situation with a lot of courage, and boldly we should face all the situation. We should not lose our presence of mind. So this is the message of the poem, of the drama, and now we will be doing the explanation of the rest of the drama. So student, I will be explaining you from page number 140. The intruder is asking the name of the Christian name of Mr. Gerald, and finally Mr. Gerald answer Vincent Charles. Now, do you run a car? That means run a car means do you have a car? No, that's lie. You're not dealing with a fool. Now, intruder is telling that don't tell a lie. You are telling a lie and you are not dealing with a fool. I am as smart as you and smarter. And he is telling I am also as smart as you and smarter. And I know you run a car. And he is telling I know you run a car. Better be careful, wise guy. And he is telling it's better you be careful, wise guy. Are you American or is that merely a clever imitation? So Gerald is telling, are you an American or is that merely a clever imitation? So Gerald is telling, or simply you are just trying, just pretend to be as if you are an American. Listen, this gun is no toy. I can hurt you without killing you and still get my answer. So intruder is a bit annoyed with Gerald. He is telling this gun is no toy and I can also hurt you without killing you and I can get all my answers which I am asking. Gerald: of course, if you put it like that, I will be glad to assist you. I do possess a car and it's in the garage round the corner. Now Gerald is telling, of course, he is telling. So children, the intruder here, he is threatening Gerald, because when he asked him, do you have a car, he is just fooling him. So he is telling, he is threatening Gerald against lying. And the intruder wanted to have some answers to his question before killing him. So he wanted first only to hurt and not kill. So he is telling, I would like to hurt you but not kill you and I will get all my answer. Now children, the intruder want to know if people come and visit to Gerald's house or not. So he is telling very few people come. Now let's read here. Gerald: of course, if you put it like that, I will be glad to assist you. I do possess a car. It is in the garage round the corner. So Gerald is telling, yes, of course, I am having a car and it is put in the garage round the corner. Intruder: that's better. Do people often come out here? Now intruder is asking if people are often here or not. Gerald: very rarely. Surprisingly, few people take the trouble to visit me. He's telling very rarely people comes here and very few people take the trouble to visit me. There is the baker and the greengrocer, of course, and then there is the milkman, quite charming. Now children, he is telling that who are the person who visit his house. So he's telling there is a bakers and there is a milkman. Okay, but these people, they are not interesting as yourself. Intruder: I happen to know that you never see tradespeople. Now he's telling, I came to know I came to know that you never see your tradespeople. That means the business people, they don't come here. So the intruder is telling, the intruder wanted to live in an isolated place where few people come. So he is telling very less trade people come here, and so he wanted to be sure that if he kills Gerald and took his place, he would be safe. Now children, I happen to know that you never see the tradespeople. So he is telling, I know you never see the tradespeople. You seem to have taken a considerable amount of trouble. Since you know so much about me, won't you say something about yourself? So he's telling, you all know about me a lot, and now would you like to tell you about yourself? This is told by Zarol to the intruder. I could tell you plenty. You think you are smart. He's telling, even I could tell you plenty, but you think if you're smarter, but I am the top of the class around here. So he's telling, I am the top of the class around here. I've got brains and I use them. He's telling, I've got brains and I use them. That's how I've got where I have. And he's telling, um, I am much more intelligent than you, and I have taken the trouble of knowing a lot about Zarol before breaking into his cottage. Now, but he is telling, I could tell you plenty. You think you are smart, but I am the top of the class around here. I've got brains and I use them. That's how I've got where I have Zarol. And where precisely have you got? It did not require a great brain to break into my little cottage. Now, Zarol is telling, but to enter in my cottage, much intelligence is not needed here. Intruder, when you know I have broken into a little cottage, you will be surprised, and it won't be a pleasant surprise. Now, children, here the intruder is telling Zarol that if you know that why I have entered into your cottage, you will not be, it would be not a pleasant surprise. Zarol, with you figuring so largely in it, that is understandable, but by the way, what particular line of crime do you embarrass, or aren't you a specialist? So, Zarol is telling, he is telling uh, the intruder had taken a lot of trouble of knowing a lot about Zarol before breaking into his cottage. And children, the intruder had got into Zarol cottage to kill him and then live himself by the name of Zarol. Uh, the intruder specialist was a jewel robbery. Now children are all asking, what is your specialist, you are specialized in what? So he tell him that he is specialized in jewel robbery. In that sense, he was a specialist. And now children, he told very frankly and in a very clearly, he told that he is a jewel robber. Well, your car will do me a treat. And children, he is telling, I am a jewel robber and your car will, that means children, your car will do me a treat. That means your car will help me in trying to escape from here. It's certainly a dandy bus. So children, dandy bus, it means it's a large like a bus. That car is very large like a dandy bus. So here dandy is nice, okay, it's comfortable and nice like a bus. I'm afraid jewels are few and far between in the wilds of Essex. Now children, he is telling, if you are a jewel robber, then why you are supposed to come here? Because there is no jewel shop here, there are no banks. So why you are coming here in this place when you are a jewel robber? I'm afraid jewel are few and far between in the wilds of Essex. Intruder, so are the cops. I can retire here nicely for a little while. Now he is telling, I'm here because cops are very less here. What is the meaning of cops here? Cops here mean policemen. So he is telling, here no policemen come and I can rest here peacefully. In the city, the policeman is after my life and it is too difficult for me to save my life there. I keep on running from here to there. You mean to live with me? A trifle sudden, isn't it? You have not been invited. Now, children, Zarol is a bit confused. Okay, he's telling, do you mean that you should live with me? So he told, no, I have no. He told that he is a jewel robber and He was trying to escape from the police, and the intruder wanted when he asked him, do you wanted to live with me, and it will be too difficult for me to live with anybody. So he's telling, uh, you won't be here so long, so I did not trouble to ask. He's telling, you won't be living here for so long, so I did not have a trouble to ask you to leave from here. What do you mean? This is your big surprise. I'm going to kill you now. So he is telling, what do you mean by that I am not going to, you are not going to live here now? So he told, I'm not going to live here now means I'm going to kill you, and after killing you won't be living it here now. This is your big surprise. I'm going to kill you. So he is telling, that means he wanted to kill Zerold and then live in his house as Zerold himself. No, and here children, dandy means excellent. So he is telling, and I will be escaped from here from your car. In your excellent, in your good, or in your excellent car. Intruder, yeah, I will be sorry to do it. I have taken a fancy to you, but it's just got to be done. He's telling, though I started liking you, but I have to do it. I have to kill you. Zerold, a little harsh, isn't it? He's telling you, yes, you are going to kill me. Intruder, with heavy sarcasm, yeah, I will be sorry to do it. I've taken a fancy to you, but it's just got to be done. He's telling, I'm really sorry. It had to be done, but then I have to do it. Why add murder to your other crimes? It's a grave step you are taking. He's telling, why you are adding a murder. If you will be doing murder, you will be adding to your crime. It's a grave step you are taking. I'm not taking it for fun. I've been hunted long enough. He's telling, but whatever I am doing, I'm not taking it for fun. I have to do it. It's a grave step you are taking. I'm not taking it for fun. I've been hunted long enough. I'm wanted for murder already, and they can hang me twice. He's telling, already I have done one murder, and now even if I will do another murder, the punishment will be only one. I will be hanged for both the murder. The punishment will be hanging only once a time. They can't hang me twice. Zerold, you are planning a gratuitous double, so to speak. Admitted, you have nothing to lose, but what have you to gain? So he's telling, you have nothing to lose, but then what you will gain by doing that? I've got freedom to gain. As for myself, I am a poor hunted rat. He's telling, definitely I'm a poor hunted rat. Okay. As Vincent Charles Gerard, I am free to go places and do nothing. Now children, he's telling, when I will kill you, then the world will think me as Vincent Charles, and the police is not after Vincent Charles. I will be free to go anywhere. I can, with your name, I will be free to live peacefully in my own world. I've got freedom to gain, and I will be gaining a freedom with the help of your name. As for myself, I'm a poor hunted rat. I'm being hunted like a rat. As Vincent Charles Gerard, I will be free to go places and do nothing. And when I will be taking your name as Vincent Charles, I will be free to move anywhere, and the police will not be after me. Okay. In most melodrama, the villain is foolish enough to delay his killing long enough to be frustrated. So he is telling, melodrama means a play showing a stronger emotion than normal. Foolish is unwise, frustrated is hopeless. So children, here he is telling that in most of the so children, finally the intruder decision was to kill Zerold. The intruder is he is telling that I will be free. The cops will not after my life. Okay, and I've learned everything, the way you have talked and everything what you have done. So he is telling he intends to live as Geralt after killing him, so he wants to look like Geralt. Now children, children, Geralt is telling that you are acting like a melodramatic villain. That means children, why melodramatic villains are unlucky? Because they delay their killings. The intruder does not kill Geralt because Geralt convinced him that he is also a killer, and he has also been running from police, so there is no use to take his place after killing. Well, so he tell, don't behave like a melodrama. The villain is foolish enough to delay his killing long enough to be frustrated. You are much luckier. So he's telling you are much luckier and don't behave like a melodrama. The villain is foolish enough to delay his killing. Intruder. I'm okay. I've got a children. I'm here at page number 142. So he's telling, I'm okay. I've got a reason for everything. I'm going to be Vincent Charles Gerard. See now, children, the intruder is telling that I will become Vincent Charles Gerard. He's telling I will become Vincent Charles Gerard after killing you. I've got to know what he talks like, and I have learned, I've got a reason now. I have learned that how, in what manner you talks. Now I know the posh stuff comes easy. Okay, so he is telling the posh stuff comes easy. So posh is rich, and he's telling you are the way you are living that I have already run. Posh means the rich and the stylish way. I've learned a lot. I can act according to you now. This is Mr. V.C. Geralt speaking, and children, he intimate his voice. How he used to speak? This is Mr. V.C. Geralt speaking. So he imitate that voice. He told, see, I've learned the way you want me to speak, and that's not all. He stand up, get up a minute, Geralt stand now, take a look at me. And children, he told Geralt to stand up, and he told Geralt just to look at him. Geralt, you are not particularly decorative. So Geralt tell that why you are telling to take a look at you. You are not particularly decorative. That means decorative here means attractive. So he's telling, why should I take a look at you? Because you are not looking decorative to me. No, well, that goes for you too. I've only got to wear specs, and I will be enough like you to get away with it. See, he's telling that I only have to put specs, and then I will be looking exactly like the way you look. What about your clothes? They will let you down if you are not careful. Now he's telling, what about your clothes? They will let you down if you are not careful. That will be all right. Your clothes will fit me fine. Now he's telling that never mind, your clothes will fit me fine. That is extremely interesting, but you seem to miss the point of my remark. So he's telling that is interesting, and you seem to miss the point of my remark. I said you were luckier than most melodramatic villain. It was not a tribute to your intelligence. You won't kill me for a very good reason. Now children, he is telling why I have called you melodramatic villain, because it is not a tribute to your intelligence. That means I'm not praising your intelligence, but when I'm going to tell you one thing, and due to that thing you will never kill me. So that's what you think. So intruder think, do you think I'm not going to kill you? I will certainly kill you. Geralt, you will let me go, and thank God you did not shoot sooner. You will let me go, and thank God you did not shoot sooner. So he told that you will let me go, and thank God you did not shoot sooner. Intruder, come on. What's on your mind? Better be quick. This conversation bores me. So Geralt, your idea is to elude the police by killing me and taking on my identity. So he is telling your idea was to elude the police. Elude is outsmart. Okay, That means your idea is to elude the police by killing me and taking on my identity. Yes, I like that idea. And Tudor told, yes, I like the idea. But are you sure it's going to help you? But are you sure it's going to help you? Now listen here. I've got this all planned. I did a job in town. Things went wrong and I killed a cop. Uh, he's telling things went wrong and I killed a cop. Since then, I've done nothing but dodge. He told me, since then, I did nothing but I dodge. And this is where dodging has brought you. So he's telling, this is where dodging has brought you. It brought me to Asbury. That's where I saw you in the car. So he's telling, no, it did not brought me here. It brought me to Asbury, where I have seen you for the first time. Two other people saw you and started to talk. And he's telling, when I was watching you very excitedly, because I felt you were looking to me, like me, two others people saw you and they were also talking the same thing what I felt. I listened. It looks like you are a bit queer, kind of a mystery man. So they told, it's very queer that you are looking like a mystery man and I am resembling a lot like you. So there only this decision of mine was taken. A mystery which I propose to explain. Intruder, you phone your orders and sometime you go away suddenly and come back just the same. So he's telling, some I have watched since then. I have been watching you. You order and sometime you go away suddenly and come back just the same. Those are just the things I want to do. Hearing about you was one of my luckiest break. Zarol. Apparently, you haven't the intelligence to ask why I am invested in this clock of mystery. Now, children, suddenly children Zarol told, don't you feel why I am living here in a very mysterious manner? I never go out for a business trip. No, I don't call any other people, only some of the important people like milkman and grocery person, the person who sells vegetable, they only come here. So there might be a reason. You must think why. Now intuitor is telling. Now children is preparing to shoot. As I said before, the conversation before. So now the intuitor is telling that this conversation is very boring for me. Zarol, don't be a fool. If you shoot, you will be hanged for sure. Now Zarol is telling, if you will shoot, you will be definitely hanged for sure. If not as yourself, then as Vincent Charles Gerald. So he's telling, if you will not, you will be hanged not by your name, but you will be hanged by the name of Vincent Charles Gerald. What is this? Now children, the intruder is shocked. He's telling, what is this? Why are you telling this to me, that I will be hanged as Vincent Charles Gerald? This is your big surprise. I said, you would not kill me, and I was right. He told that that's what I am telling you, that there is one reason which will tell you that I will not kill you. Why do you think I am here today and gone tomorrow? Never see tradespeople. You know that why I am here today and next gone tomorrow, and I never see the business people. You see my habits would suit you. You are a crook. Do you think I am a Sunday school teacher? The game is up as far as I am concerned. So he's telling that, don't think I am a Sunday school teacher. Now your game is up as far as I am concerned. Things went wrong with me. I set it with bullets and got away. Unfortunately, they got one of my men and found things the fool should have burned. Tonight I am expecting trouble. So he is telling, I've also killed a person with my bullet, and tonight I'm expecting trouble. So one of the person, they have gone to the police and they have told all this thing. So I'm expecting trouble today. My bag's packed, ready to clear off. There it is. And when you came, I was packing my bag. So why I was packing my bags? Because children, the police can come any moment here and they may catch me. So I have to run away from here. So I was supposed to run from here. Intruder, is a bag all right? And this is a gun all right? What's all this? So he is telling, okay, it's a bag here and I'm having a gun here, but what is all this inside? That's a disguised outfit. Children, disguise outfit. So he is telling, this is the outfit of a how to change your makeup, and through makeup and all that, I have to change so don't nobody can recognize me. So I am also going to run from here in a disguise. So children, he told that's a disguise outfit, false mustache, and what's not. Now do you believe me? Now he's telling, now do you believe me that I am also in trouble like you, and I'm going to run away with the help of this disguise. Children, with this I conclude my video here. Wait for the last phase of the story in my next video. That would be quite interesting story. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.